Imagine sitting alone at midnight, just trying to unwind with a game, when the television starts acting as if it has a mind of its own. In this footage from Mosh Mob, we see a man reacting to his TV turning on and cycling through channels, completely unprompted. The catch? He claims the device isn't even plugged into the wall, turning a technical glitch into a potential haunting.
This is a pig challenge. No sweat. Get it? Pigs don't sweat. You got this.
Some viewers are convinced this is a genuine haunting because the TV remains powered even as he pulls the unit away to reveal the empty socket. Others argue that modern TVs can retain enough capacitor charge to flicker on briefly, though not usually for this long. Skeptics also point out that a hidden battery pack or a second power cable behind the wall could easily be used to stage the entire scene. It's a classic case of seeing is believing, but in the digital age, seeing isn't always enough. What's your take on this midnight broadcast? Let us know in the comments. Nothing triggers a primal fear quite like the sound of movement in a house you know should be empty. This uploader was investigating strange noises coming from their kitchen when they captured something that looks like a scene straight out of a horror film. From shadows on the stairs to furniture moving by itself, this sequence of events escalates rapidly, leaving the resident in a state of pure panic.
The stairs are going again.
Believers point to the shadow at the top of the stairs as clear evidence of a lurking presence, especially given the heavy dragging sound of the kitchen chair that follows. However, skeptics argue the shadow could be a simple trick of perspective or someone standing just out of sight. Regarding the chair, some point out that thin fishing line is a common tool for faking poltergeist activity in viral videos. Despite the logical explanations, the sheer terror in the uploader's voice feels incredibly real. Do you think there was a physical intruder or something far more spectral? Join the discussion below.
That was the chair.
In a quiet workshop in France, a worker has started finding occult symbols appearing in the dust and on the equipment. This isn't a one-time occurrence. The pentagrams seem to be following him, appearing on floors and even industrial tools. Along with these markings, aggressive metallic banging echoes through the room, suggesting that whatever is drawing these signs is making its presence known through sound and movement.
Ça là, j'étais dans ma pièce de peinture là ce matin et regardez ce que je trouve au sol. Je sais pas si c'était là avant ou pas, mais j'ai l'impression d'en voir de partout maintenant. Depuis le live, j'en vois toutes les nuits. Dites-moi si vous voyez la même chose que moi, s'il vous plaît. S'il y en a qui connaissent, dites-moi ce que ça signifie. À chaque endroit marqué par un phénomène, il y avait un pentagramme qui était tracé, soit au sol, soit sur une surface. C'était systématique. Celui-là, j'ai dû le chercher quand même. Et regardez bien, c'est gravé sur le côté de l'échelle. Alors, qu'est-ce que ça signifie? Qui trace ces signes? Est-ce que c'est moi? Est-ce que c'est un proche, un ami, un collègue ou un membre de la famille? Est-ce que c'est lié à ce qui se passe ici? Est-ce que c'est un symbole protecteur, une mise en garde ou quelque chose de beaucoup plus sombre? J'en ai aucune certitude. Je suis perdu entre plusieurs hypothèses, entre le canular organisé, la coïncidence ou la réelle manifestation liée à ces signes. Pour être franc, je montre ici qu'une infime partie de ce que je vis chaque jour. Même voir le symbole apparaître encore et encore, ça soulève forcément des questions. Voilà l'extrait du jour. On entend clairement des coups sur les murs alors que je suis à l'intérieur de la pièce de peinture. Je vous laisse regarder, écouter et n'oubliez pas de vous abonner après avoir vu la vidéo. Merci à tous.
Pentagrams marked around his house and workplace. Symbols often linked to occult summoning rituals and believed to open doorways for demonic manifestations and aggressive spirits. And just when you think it can't get any worse, he records one more piece of evidence that might just make your jaw drop. Aw.
Là, j'étais en train de bosser et je suis quasiment sûr qu'il y a ce truc-là qui était en train de bouger là. Oh. C'est pas possible, il y a une bestiole dedans. Putain, y a rien. Y a rien. Vous voyez, je vous mens pas, hein. Je vous mens pas, hein. Là, y a rien non plus, hein. Putain, c'est pas vrai, ça. Ouais, c'est bon, je me casse.
Many viewers believe this is an active poltergeist because of the violent way the metal vent flaps while the worker's hands are clearly visible holding the camera. Others argue that a concealed air compressor or a simple magnet could manipulate the metal with ease. Skeptics also highlight that the pentagrams are drawn in areas easily accessible to a person, suggesting a coordinated prank by a coworker. Whether it's a spiritual warning or a very dedicated hoax, the atmosphere in that workshop is undeniably heavy. Tell us if you've ever seen markings like these appear out of nowhere.
Ouais, c'est bon, je me casse.
Old manors are famous for their creaks and groans, but at the Green Manor, the doors do more than just creak. While investigating the attic, the resident hears a distinct mechanical click of a latch from a door that was supposed to be secure. As she moves to investigate, she finds herself in a game of cat and mouse with a barrier that refuses to stay open, despite there being no visible breeze or person nearby.
Just gonna. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yep. Yep. We're not going upstairs right now, Susanna.
Paranormal enthusiasts suggest the latch movement is a sign of a gatekeeper entity reacting to her presence in the attic. Others argue that the house is simply settling, causing the old hardware to slip. Skeptics also point out that the door's movement could be attributed to an uneven floor or a hidden person pulling a string from the other side of the frame. Even the cat's reaction at the end adds a layer of mystery to the encounter. Do you think the house is just showing its age, or is something else living in the walls? Share your theories below. Buying an 1800s cottage in the remote countryside sounds like a dream, but for this homeowner, it quickly turned into a restless reality. On the very first day of moving into her new master bedroom, her dog began reacting to something unseen. Animals are often our first line of defense against the unknown, and this Doberman seems to have caught a scent of something that shouldn't be there.
What is it? What is it?
The dog's intense focus on that specific empty corner suggests a presence we can't perceive. Some viewers believe the dog is tracking a residual energy left behind in the old cottage. Others argue that old houses have settling noises or small pests behind the walls that trigger a dog's prey drive. Skeptics also point out that we can't see what's off camera. Is it a spirit from the 1800s or just a draft? Tell me what you see.
What is it? What is it?
Next, we look at a household haunting that began following a tragic loss. Sandra has been documenting strange activity since her mother passed away, and this latest occurrence involves an electronic salt grinder that seems to activate whenever her mother is mentioned. It's a small, modern object, but its behavior is anything but ordinary as it repeatedly grinds on its own in a quiet kitchen.
What the? What? Like, why?
Is it going off?
Yeah, by itself again. Like, this is getting weird.
Is it grinding the actual?
Yes! That is what I'm saying, what the hell?
Turn it off.
I did. Right.
Actually, turn it off underneath. Underneath, turn it off.
And it's button, like, it's a button thing. So, like, it should not turn on unless someone presses the button. And I'm the one in front of it. So there's no reason. And if it's mom doing it, Brad, it's right when I said mom.
I know. Hit it again, turn it off.
Mom, is that you doing that? I'm not making this up.
I know you're not making this up. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it right here. I just got to chill when that happened.
Believers find it significant that the device only triggers during specific emotional conversations, viewing it as a sign from the beyond. However, critics suggest the grinder likely has a faulty sensor or a low battery causing the motor to misfire. Skeptics also point out that off-camera voice-activated commands or a remote control could trigger the device for the sake of the video. It's an intimate and unsettling moment, regardless of the cause. Could this be a mother reaching out, or just a glitchy kitchen appliance? Let us know what you believe.
Mom, is that you doing that?
We've witnessed TVs that power themselves and dogs sensing the invisible, but the night is far from over. From ancient cottages to modern apartments, the evidence is mounting. If these shadows are keeping you awake, make sure you never miss an upload. Hit the subscribe button below, or if you're watching on TV, scan the code on your screen to join us in the dark. We have more cases to examine that defy logic, starting with a door that refuses to stay still. Imagine sitting in your living room and hearing a frantic rhythmic pounding coming from the door. This uploader claims this happens constantly in his flat, and the fear in his voice is unmistakable. While his cat Rory is present, the speed and force of the handle moving suggests something with much more weight is on the other side. This isn't a gentle knock, It's a demand to be let in.
See, it's still happening. Honestly, this is all the time. Whoa, Jesus. The cat scared the shit out of me. Rory, you were really scaring the shit out of me. Right. I know Rory didn't do that. What the f is going on? What the f happened, Rory?
The sheer violence of the handle rattling is hard to ignore. Many believers point to the cat's startled reaction as proof of a poltergeist. Others argue that a person could be hiding in the hallway pulling a prank, though the man opens the door to find it empty. Skeptics also point out that internal door mechanisms can fail, but rarely with this much rhythm. Is Rory seeing a ghost, or is someone playing a dangerous game? Share your theories. Two girls find themselves home alone when the house begins to feel crowded by something they can't explain. They claim to have seen a shadow pass by the room while the lights were off, prompting them to call the police. The terror isn't just in what they saw, but in the realization that a closed door might not be enough to keep it out. This footage captures the moment the authorities arrive to investigate a potential intruder.
Of the kitchen, like
No, you
I really
didn't.
thought
No,
it
you
was
didn't.
you.
His light is on?
And the freaking, I literally saw.
No, Gracie, his light's on?
Yes.
I turned it off.
I
No.
can't. I literally can't. Call the cops. That's serious. Like, that's how serious I am.
And the light is on. And so, everything, that big light's on. No, the light, like one of the lights is on. I don't remember which one. And then I came in here because I got scared. Did you? They're gonna break the door. Did you not see that shadow? Yes. You saw it too. So I'm not tripping. No. We're right here. We're right here. Please. Close. Okay. No, I'm really scared, Gracie. Tell me this. It's so loud. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. No. Just go. Run. Run. Gracie. Stop. Don't do that. I'm not even good. I was saying happy for someone. Where's that?
Some viewers believe they encountered a shadow person because of the manifestation of negative energy described by the terrified witnesses. Others argue that an actual burglar could have been in the home, which explains why the residents immediately called for professional help. Skeptics also point out that the dark environment and high stress levels make it easy for the mind to create figures where none exist. Was it a spirit or a physical threat that vanished before the police arrived? Join the conversation below and share your own experiences.
Gracie. Stop. Don't do that.
Next, we have a man who is clearly at his breaking point with the activity in his apartment. He captures a sequence of events so overt that it's hard to dismiss as a mere trick of the environment. From slamming doors to a shadowy figure standing in the distance, this footage escalated from a nuisance to a full-blown flight response in a matter of seconds. Watch closely as the camera pans. The activity in this apartment is relentless. Some viewers believe a malevolent entity is present because the cabinet door swings open with significant force. Others argue this could be a clever use of fishing line, though the angle of the reflection makes that difficult to pull off. Skeptics also point out that the upper wardrobe door opening could be due to an uneven floor or a loose hinge, but the timing is incredibly suspicious. Whether this is a sophisticated hoax or a genuine haunting, the fear in the uploader's eyes as he flees is hard to ignore. Is this a genuine haunting or a clever production? Let me know your thoughts. When home renovation turns into a literal nightmare, you start questioning every sound. This footage from a Nest Cam captures a house in mid-repair. But the owner isn't the only one hard at work. Something invisible is prowling this living room, and it has absolutely no respect for personal space. Pay close attention to the way the atmosphere shifts before the house decides to fight back. Did you catch that? Some viewers are convinced this is a Class A EVP, claiming a distinct voice is audible just before the dog erupts into barks. They believe the dog is reacting to an entity that spoke directly into the room's frequency. However, skeptics argue that in a house under construction, structural settling or wind through open drywall could mimic vocal frequencies. They also point out that the dog might simply be reacting to a person off camera, as someone is visible in the background. Does this sound like a spirit or just a trick of acoustics? Leave your theories in the comments below. Basements are the breeding ground for urban legends, but this one comes with a linguistic twist. A woman exploring her damp, stone-walled cellar discovers strange markings that don't belong in a modern home. This isn't just graffiti, it's a series of messages that seem to react to her presence. Prepare yourself for a descent into a place where the walls are quite literally speaking to the occupants.
What is that? Why is there a wood piece covering a wood piece in this creepy basement? This is the first one, right? And it translates to that. Now let me show you the second one. There is this. My roommate that went downstairs in the basement before me recorded this, and she said something was drawing her to this specific area, right? And it says, the most important thing is this. All right. Now it gets creepier. Now it goes to this, and we translated it, and it went to this. And we looked up what that means. A gender-neutral name of African origin meaning second born of twins. Then we went to this one. And it says break up. Do you guys remember me telling you the spirit that made the moaning upstairs and my girlfriend thought I was cheating on her at 12:30 at night? It made us fight.
The translations appearing on screen, like the most important thing is this, suggest a targeted message from beyond. Some viewers believe these are warnings left by a previous tenant involved in the occult. Others argue this is a sophisticated AR prank or a clever editing job designed for viral engagement. Skeptics also point out that the Banji translation could be a common name, stripped of context to sound more ominous. Is this house haunted by a twin spirit, or is it just a creepy coincidence? I want to hear your theories. Deep in the woods, the only thing you should hear is the wind in the trees. But for this musician, her solo practice session was interrupted by a presence that didn't want to stay hidden. What starts as a peaceful afternoon with a guitar quickly spirals into a game of cat and mouse. Keep your ears open for the sounds that shouldn't be there, and watch the tree line behind her very carefully.
Just had a whole chill go down my spine like I'm being watched. I feel really disoriented right now. I don't know which way I came in. I feel like someone's stalking me. I keep hearing people talking, but no one's here. Just me. I feel like you guys aren't my only audience. I'm in my backyard, so I can't. Imagine anything would go wrong. Worst comes to worst, I'll run inside. So if someone or something is here, then it followed me home. It's really quiet. It's almost dark.
The auditory evidence is hard to ignore, especially those rhythmic footsteps that seem to circle her. But it's the visual anomaly that truly chills the bone. Some viewers believe a dark entity is standing perfectly still between the trees in the background, watching her every move. Skeptics argue that it could be a simple stump or a dense cluster of foliage creating a pareidolia effect. Others point out that since she is in her backyard, it could be a trespasser or a neighbor caught in a strange light. Whatever it was, the user was too spooked to stay. Tell me your theories in the comments. Was that a figure or just the trees playing tricks? Finally, a vacant building holds many secrets, but some are louder than others. These two men entered an abandoned property expecting dust and debris, but they found a doll that seems to have a life of its own. This isn't a mechanical toy, there's no battery pack in sight, yet it moves with a rhythmic, chilling intent. Watch the closet closely, because what's hanging there shouldn't be moving like that.
Aquí estamos. Ahora vamos para este cuarto que llevo un rato escuchando cantazos y eso. Uy. Hay algo que está sonando por ahí, brother. Oiga, ¿qué fue eso? Pompi. No, papá. No, chacho. Hay algo que está... Pompi. Mira, tú escuchas eso, ¿verdad? No, yo estoy asustado ya, compi. Hay algo que lleva rato sonando allá adentro y de momento, ¡pam!, dieron un cantazo.
Ya te digo que tú eres de estos que son cobardes, que te imaginas cosas, bro.
No, chacho, yo no puedo imaginar eso, compi. No, y en el cuarto ese, que llevo rato escuchando cantar y pensaba que eras tú, y cuando yo vine a ver, tú estabas ahí tranquilo, recogiendo algunas cositas, y me, hecho, sentí como si me hubieran tocado. No, chacho, yo estoy que no puedo ni hablar.
Por la nochecita.
No, yo no veo películas de esas ya, compi. Vamos a ver, en este, compi, en este. Escucha cómo suena. ¿Tú estás escuchando eso? Eso, yo creo que yo desde lejos, yo, si acaso. Sí, estoy temblando, compi, yo no sé qué vaya. Cuidado, compi, que si yo algo estaba cogiendo, tú sabes cómo es esto. No, hija. ¿Qué caramba es eso? ¿Cómo tienen esa muñeca así? Como si estuviera mirando para abajo. Ay, bendito Dios, y sonando ya. Me siento un calentón en este cuarto, compi, no me... Pero como sigue sonando solo. Oh, y se mueve y todo. Ay, compi, ¿no?
Eso a lo mejor fueron los que eran dueños por hacer la maldad o algo, alguien vino a hacer la maldad, compi. Por eso tú no te puedes poner a darle 20 a eso, porque esos son boberías.
Sí, ¿no?
¿Y qué tú ves aquí?
¿Qué bajo ya?
Y ahí mira una computadorita. No es porque hay que sacarlo para botarlo.
Compi, ¿pero qué es eso, compi?
¿Ah?
Mira, compi se movió. Compi se está moviendo, compi, ¿oíste?
Coño, pero no será el viento.
No, si aquí no hay viento, compi.
Pero qué muñeco feo.
Mira para allá.
The sequence begins with a doll's music box activating on its own, playing a distorted lullaby that shouldn't be possible without a manual wind. But the climax occurs in the closet, where a second doll suspended from a hanger suddenly lunges toward the men as if yanked by an invisible force. Believers argue this is a clear case of a poltergeist, pointing to the doll's sudden high-velocity movement. Skeptics, however, suggest that a thin fishing line could easily be used to pull the hanger from off-camera. They also note the shaky camera work often conceals the setup for such practical effects. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. The footage we've reviewed tonight leaves us with a haunting question. Are we truly alone in our most private spaces? Whether these are glimpses of those who stayed behind or elaborate hoaxes, the chill they leave is undeniably real. The boundary between our world and the next is fragile. Thanks for watching Pale Playback. Keep your eyes open and don't forget to share your theories in the comments.